Hello, are you familiar with the Pareto principle or the 80-20 rule? And do you know how you could apply it to your own life for success? That's what I'm talking about today. Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You, a channel where I share what I know and what I continue to learn in the areas of business, in the areas of affiliate marketing, actually online marketing, but I like to focus on affiliate marketing. And I also record videos about motivation, just to encourage you to take a step, make your life better. If you are new, welcome. If you've been here before, you've seen me before, thank you for supporting this message. My name is Sherif Nakalima. I'm a business owner, Virginia, USA. And please, if you are new and if you've been here today and that button below is looking red, the subscribe button, if it's looking at it and it looks red, it's still red in color, that means you have not supported this channel yet. And please, if you think this message of empowering ourselves is a good message, please subscribe to this channel and please share my videos. Today, the topic I have, I believe, is for anyone and everyone who wants a better life. Because after some time, I think like 2 years ago, I was hearing someone speaking and they made a quote, but they were quoting someone who was successful but had not been to school much, had not gone like to college, but he was a millionaire. And he was quoting, this person who was speaking was quoting the other man or the other older man who was a millionaire, and he made a statement. But I didn't get the name of the person who made that statement. And please, I'm about to say the statement. So if you've heard of this statement and you know who said it, please put it in the comments. Here is the statement. Only a few things matter the most to anything. Only a few things matter the most to anything. And in summary, he was trying to say that actually not a few things matter in anything we do. And recently I was reviewing the Pareto principle. Maybe you know what it is, or maybe you don't. Actually, I mentioned it one time in one of my videos when I was discussing time management. So on this channel, when you look at the playlist, you see time management. I was discussing that rule, how to apply it to managing time. But today I want to explain it differently, relating to that statement. But before I do that, please, today I don't want to make a very long video, because when I go on explaining and giving examples, it tends to go on and on. So I request that you participate. You see, I'm not on the board today. I'm not writing. I'm not going to step on a computer. I'm right here. And I want to make this short. Please participate in this by getting a piece of paper or somewhere you can write and a pen. Because I'm going to give a few examples, but I want you to continue later, to continue explaining this principle to your own self and let it your own life. I'm going to give you a few examples, and then after that, I'll say, please continue. But this message that I'm sharing today, I believe it can change lives. And if you have young children and you taught them early enough this principle, they will grow up seeing things very, very differently. So please, I'm going to take a little break, like not too much, to allow you to get a pen and a paper, somewhere to write. Please don't use your phone. Or if you're watching me, you could just pause this video and go get a pen and paper somewhere you can write, because I'm going to leave you the short assignment, but it's a good assignment. And please, now I'm taking a few seconds waiting for you to get a pen and paper. So you're done, hopefully. Or if you didn't have a chance to get them, please watch this video later and participate in what I'm about to explain. The 80-20 rule, or known as the Pareto principle, says that for 80% of effects, 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. In other words, in simpler language, 80% of results, the results you get, will come from 20% of your actions. So, what are those? My discussion here is to explain or to figure out what the 20% is that will lead to 80% of what we want. I'll start with this example. That's why I asked you to get a paper, somewhere to write. Because if you understand this one really good, then you can apply it to the other areas of your life. You know, I like business. So my example is going to come from business. Let's assume you have a business. It's not a very small business, a little bit medium, maybe, medium business. And I want you to write down that you made sales, you were able to sell 1 million. Because I'm USA, I'm going to quote dollars. I'm going to say $1 million. Please write down $1 million in sales. You were able to sell 1 million. But if you're somewhere else, you can use $1 million pounds, 1 million pounds, 1 million shillings, 1 million rupees, depending on what currency you use. 1 million. This is a business. How do we apply this principle to the business? According to the Pareto rule, 80% of your sales, for example, let's assume that you have products. Maybe it's a big store, it's a big building, you have different kinds of products you're selling. And you have, let's assume, to make it easy, 100 products. Out of those 100 products, now 80%, which is that million that we wrote, which is 800,000 in sales, comes from just 20. Let's assume you had a list of 100 products that you are selling, people come and buy. Only 20 of those are going to contribute to 800,000 of that million, which means only 20 lead to 800,000. So the rest of the products that you have, which is 80, contribute only to 200,000. What's left? I hope it's not confusing, because I'm talking about the 20 also. So, but we want to focus on the good 20. The good 20 says 20 of those products you have lead to 800,000 of the million. So the rest of what's left, the 20%, which is the 200,000, that comes from all the other 80 products. I hope it's easier there. It's easier to understand. Let me give another example. Let's assume you have, in your business, you hire sales agents and they go promote your products. They go look for customers. So out of those 100 agents, 20 of them will bring in the 800 again, the 800,000 out of the million. That means out of your 100 agents that you're hiring, only 20% are contributing the largest percentage. I'll give another example. But still, I use the 100 because of the percentage to make it easier. So let's assume you have 100 people that come and buy, but maybe you're in a small community. So these are the similar people that keep coming. They come and buy. Out of the 100 customers, only 20 of them spend to get to 800,000 out of the million. So 20% contribute to 80% of the total sales. The same with the agents, the same with the products. The reason why this is important, you want to focus on the 20, that is 20% that bring in the money. In fact, with the customers, you could look at it in terms of profits, because you could have those customers that when they step in to come and buy, this is a good day. So the 20% contribute most to your profits. I hope this is clear. Please put in the comments if what I'm saying makes sense, especially if you didn't know about this rule. For those who know how it works, they already know it's easy to understand. But it means 20%. Remember the line we started with? That only a few things matter the most to anything. I'm the one relating to that. I thought maybe these two are connected, because this 80-20 rule is really, really very important, and it works. That's why you see some people are rich, some people are poor. In fact, if you go by fractions, 80-20, that's 20-80 is 1/4, or 80-20 is 4/1. Let me give you another example. The way they think, people who explain it say that it relates to every area of our life. Every area, everything. So let's assume you have 4 pairs of shoes. 4 pairs of shoes. You'll find that out of those 4 pairs of shoes, you wear 1 pair most of the time, 80% of the time. It's because 1 pair is 20% of the 4, 20 out of 4. Right? 1 out of 4 is 20%, right? 1 out of 4, no, 4, 1. The 80-20, 4/1. You pick 1. You tend to pick 1 most of the time. If these are shirts, if they like something you wear, something you use, and you have a couple of them, you tend to use more of 1. And if you took this principle to your life, you could see that, you know what, maybe I don't need some of that. So you don't have to spend too much money buying so many things, because you don't use them anyway. You use them very, very little. That's why you can apply it in your life. Let me give you another example. Friends. Let's assume you have 4 good friends. Right now, you didn't break it down. In fact, as I'm talking, remember that paper we got? I wish you could write all these things down so that later you take a look. Like right now, if I say write 4 names of friends, the good friends you have, you realize that actually out of those 4, you tend to go to one of them more. One of them knows more or contributes more to your life, is more valuable. So the reason why we want to know the 20%. So let's assume all those friends tend to call you, they need help here, they need help there. But once you know that one out of the 4, then you focus more on that friendship. Instead of being scattered all of them, you say scattering your time. You say, you know what? I'm going to focus on this friendship because it's more important to me. Maybe you had 8 friends. If you have 8 friends, then there is 2. So that principle keeps going. And I want to also, I was just thinking that maybe you can apply it to like relationships, like your husband, wife, all marriages. It doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter the location or the tribe, or whatever the color. All marriages have issues. But you'll find that there is an issue. I want to apply this principle. Let's see. Please put in the comments. Tell me if this makes sense. That you may find that 20% of what you do, maybe for your partner, leads to 80% of the happiness. And maybe 20% of that bad thing, that bad habit that you have, leads to 80% of the negativity, of the sadness, of the fights, whatever is going on. Do you think I'm correct with that? I don't know. I was just thinking that 20% of the good things you could do, that's a small portion. If you did it more and more, you lead to 80% of the happiness in your relationship. And then that 20% that's bad, if you did it less and less, and made it, you focused on it less, you eliminate it. Once you find what it is, that 20% that's creating the problems, then you have a better relationship. That's just my take. I'm looking for examples. But let me end with this. By now, I'm about to finish. I won't be long today. Let me finish that. I tried to disprove the 80-20 rule. I said, no one, because I have a Facebook group, I keep mentioning it. So I said, I told them I had a Facebook Live and I shared this principle. Excuse me. So I said, you know what? Let's fight this principle in this group because we are very few people. We are all consciously, we all want to change our lives. Let's focus on this, on ourselves and what we are doing here so that we disprove this principle. So I made a post after I taught the principle. I said, okay, who is going to be in the 20%? So they all came and they were putting, but I have to be in the 20%. I have to be in the 20%. Guess what? A week later, I was looking, I said, okay, I'm going to have a certain, I'm sorry. I'm going to have a Facebook Live. Who is coming? They'll say, I'm coming. When the live happens, when I looked at the numbers, in fact, I looked at these numbers, I started looking, because what happened after I told the principal, and I said who's going to be in the 20 and who's going to be in the 80, later, I realized that many people were actually not serious, so I removed them from the group, and I left almost the 20, the ones that I knew were going to focus. But then later, when I had to add more people in the group, I would qualify them. I'll talk to them, and some of them I even mentioned that, this 80-20 rule, it would affect you. I said, no, I'll be in the 20. So I put them in. Guess what? It's back to the 80-20. I said, when someone brings a new video in the group, please support them, make comments. You see, when you look at the numbers, the people who are participating, it's still the 20. The 20, I don't know. When you go to the history of this, the person Pareto who came up with this started slowly and then expanded it and expanded. He was doing his research and realized that actually it's a working principle. It's everywhere. So hopefully you got something out of this. The purpose, I didn't mention. So what happens? Like after I discover the 20, and okay, this is the area I have to focus on, then you start saying no to some things. Then if you are like a manager, you start delegating those areas that are not as important. You give someone else to handle that. It doesn't really matter that much, that 20 that remains. I mean, the 20 out of, like, for example, the products that contribute only 20%, the 80 products that contribute 20% on that million, you say those are minor. You don't care so much about those, about what happens. That's why when you go like to a store, you'll find that some things are locked up. They lock them up because they know those are very valuable products, like the watches, the expensive, the jewelry. They have value. So you start to protect those areas, like those customers that are always there. They're always buying from your store. They're always supporting your business. Like those key employees, you'll find that the employees, it also works with employees. You have key employees, the 80-20 rule works. 20% of the employees are contributing most in your business. So please map out some more. On that paper that you got, write down the area of your health. What do you need to do? Where is the 20%? In the area of your money, the way you spend your money, where is the 20%? Find the 20% and focus on it. And the rest of it, you give it time when you can. But let's first focus on this 20% and get a better life. Like, map out all the areas, please, including the friends. I brought that example for a reason. Because the friends can take much of our time. when they're not really adding value to yours. So find a friend, give time to people who are actually bring value to your life, not stress. Those stressful friends, they fall in the in the 80%. We need the 20%. Okay, let's look for all the 20% where they are. Make a list and go say, my health, the 20% is this. In my money, the 20% is this. That's where I need for focus. In my relationships, everything you do, please look for the 20% so that we can go with this gentleman who said, only a few things matter the most to anything. Only a few things matter the most to anything. So everywhere, it works everywhere. By the way, the same gentleman is not the one who said the Pareto principle. I'm the one who connected the two. Because I was looking at the Pareto principle, it also talking about we focus on a small area. So I thought that's what he meant too. But he's not the same person, and I don't even know the name. Please, if you know the person who said that, leave it in the comments. And please, I want to know, did you really get something out of this video? If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment and share with your children, with everyone else. Actually, few people know these principles. So share with your friends, but mostly teach your children while they're still young, because they'll look at everything, they'll sort it out really fast. What's important, what's not. Leave a comment. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'm hoping you liked it. And please subscribe. That button is still red. If it's still red down there, please click on it and change the color from red. That means you subscribe. That means support this channel. And also on the right to that, there's the bell. Click on it so that you get notifications when I upload a new video, which is right now I try to be consistent every Sunday. Sometimes I mix in another one during the week, but mostly every Sunday. Like I always end them, take very good care of yourself, take good care of your family, take very good care of your health, take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.